Prague. Welcome to one of Europe's most visited cities. I wanted to bring you today a full city tour of Prague, the exciting ancient city, nicknamed many different things, including Praha, the Golden City, Heart of Europe, the City of 100 Towers, the Mother of Cities, or the Rooftop of Europe. And who would ever want to miss such a beautiful city? Welcome to Where Wendy Travels, Where Wendy Creates. Today we are in Prague. It is the 15th largest city in Europe and the Czech Republic's capital. The Czech Republic is a landlocked country in the center of Europe, and it's very popular because of all of its restaurants, its vast history, and it has a population between 1.3 and 1.5 million residents. The language spoken is Czech. However, elementary students learn English as a second language. Students can also choose a third language in high school. When you listen to people speaking Czech, it sounds a little like German. What you're seeing now is a few highlights of the different things that I enjoyed about Prague, and then we're going to get into the full city tour with lots and lots of video to come. So settle back and enjoy our trip through Prague. We had the beauty of seeing this the 1st of December, so you have a light snowfall. So I think I really got to see the city in two beautiful stages, one beautiful and dry, and the other with that beautiful dusting of snow. And, of course, you have one of the things that I loved about the city was all the different colors, all the different architecture. And when you look at the history of the city, started back in the 700s AD, and that was really when it is hypothesized that someone said, I want to build a castle there. And then, of course, in the 8th century, the castle was begun. In the 9th century, there was a Christian church started in the same area as the castle. And that's why you'll see today in the center of Prague, they have the walls of the castle, beautiful castle building with the incredible ancient church built in there. And of course, these structures took a couple of hundred years to make each, to say the least, if not 1,000. Just like all big cities, you have the beautiful displays in the windows, but unlike other cities, unlike the United States, you're going to see a lot more architecture. You're going to see doors that are grander than you see in the nicest structures in the States, because these doors themselves are hundreds of years old. Just like any inner city, you have some graffiti here and there. But what I want you to look at is the texture. Every single building is different. The paint, the stone, the structure, the layout, the statues, all of that effort that went into the different structures, the different beauty, the windowsills, the windows themselves. Everything is unique. And like we said in the opening, city of 100 towers. Look at all the beautiful tops of the buildings here, how ornate they are, and how much structure went into creating them. So just absolutely beautiful. And we can also mention that the city has grown and widened with many changes. And it's wonderful to experience the buildings and the architecture, construction hundreds of years ago. One building you might see was built in the 1300s. The one touching it right next to it, built 400 years later. It's absolutely amazing to experience. Also, unlike the United States or many other places in Europe, you see that the streets in the downtown, the old part, the new part, the streets are much more narrow and stairs are everywhere. Architecture, designs, history. I have never experienced so many different kinds of cobblestone in my life. The sidewalks, the rocks, the cobblestone created to make them, the streets where they're not paved, absolutely incredible stonework and cobblestone everywhere. Prague is actually one of the top 5 cities visited in Europe, and the public transportation system. As you may see, a lot of cars here in the city, but again, you can't get 1.5 million people to work without an incredible transportation system. The city is built with underground metro systems. You have the bus system, all electrical, going throughout the city, as you're going to see in the upcoming videos. We also have this beautiful Vitalva River here. I do apologize. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. But you can also get some beautiful cruises along the water, some transportation. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to start real soon on our walking tour, but I did want you to see an overview of the city with my photos and my video out the window, and then we're going to start the walking tour, and you get some real close-up of some of this architecture. Also, with the old cities, especially in Europe, you see lots of stairs. People walk a lot more in Europe. Get outside, get some exercise, then come back in and plan your trip to Europe. And make sure you include Prague. And why Prague? Well, there's lots and lots of reasons why Prague. Prague, it has 62% of its economy on tourism. So that's pretty exciting. And why tourism? Well, when I think of tourism, I think of what kind of people are in that area that I'd want to visit. Well, the Czech Republic, Prague in particular, has over 9 universities and 36 private universities inside of Prague, the main city alone. One thing that's interesting is Prague and the Czech Republic believe in higher education so much that higher education is actually free for everyone, including foreigners. But again, the study is taught in Czech. The average person in Czech earns about 22,000 to 23,000. And if you're a full-time college student, you can live ranging between 300 and 600 euros per month, including your meals, your transportation, entertainment, college tuition, roof over your head, etc. So that is pretty interesting. Also, English is spoken throughout the Czech Republic. It's not widely spoken, but in the large cities and the tourist areas, the locals do speak English because, again, they start learning that in elementary school. The Czech Republic is big into manufacturing, automotive, tourism. Automotive actually makes up, automotive production makes up 10% of the gross domestic product in the Czech. During the 1700s and 1800s, Prague grew because they went through the Industrial Revolution, which drew a lot of people into the city, businesses into the city, and that's when most of the palaces, mansions, churches, and green spaces came into the city. Now, my friends, our walking tour brings us to the Prague Castle. This Prague Castle was built in the 9th century, and the president of the Czech Republic actually stays here. The castle was the seat of the power of kings. both Bohemia, Holy Roman Emperors, and the presidents of Czechoslovakia. So this is a pretty exciting castle. Beautiful grounds located in the center of Prague. The castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's actually the seat of the head of state, and also where the highest representative of the Church of Prague, the bishop, resides. The Prague Castle is the largest castle complex in the world. And it's the largest in the world because this castle is considered a large castle complex, which includes a large church in the center, several churches actually, chapels, towers, walls. It also has the courtyards and gardens. It has the center courtyard here that we see. We're going to go into the left courtyard, and then you'll see the right courtyard. So all of this is considered part of the castle. It includes many palaces, different gardens. The gardens, of course, it's winter, so they're closed down, so we won't be viewing them today. But you will see inside the courtyard, and during the courtyard here on our left that we'll walk through is the huge, incredible, beautiful church. It's St. Vitus Cathedral inside of this castle grounds. The castle is definitely worth a visit, even if you don't get to go inside for a full tour of the parts of the castle that you can view. It is definitely worth taking a walk around the grounds. Very, very impressive. The Cathedral of St. Vitus is considered a neo-Gothic church. Its exterior, as you can see, extremely ornate. It's aged well with time. Definitely maintained, still in use. And they do let you tour part of the church for free. And of course, this place is historical and cultural, so you want to show respect and don't wear revealing clothes. They prefer you not wearing shorts or short sleeves into the church, just to show respect. One thing that's really amazing with Prague, or the entire Czech Republic, is that the majority of the population is actually not religious. That's right. They're atheist. So it's really interesting to experience such incredible beauty and churches in an atmosphere that definitely respects everyone, but they themselves are not religious. I am always at awe when I see one of these churches. Just absolutely gorgeous. Very gorgeous. I'm just trying to soak in everything that I'm looking at. And of course, no matter where you go in the world, there's always construction. There's always maintenance, keeping things clean. So we do have some scaffolding. And of course, the copper towers, they weren't put up there green, but with age and time, copper turns green. And just watch yourself with a slip and a sliding. And this is actually a very active castle. There is government business going on today, so you see cars coming in and driving where all of us tourists are walking. So we're just trying not to slip and slide on the ice, trying to stay out of the way of the cars, and still be able to absorb and soak all of this in. So again, Prague Castle is the largest ancient castle in the world. It's approximately 750,000 square feet, which is less than 2,000 feet in length and about 430 feet wide. This beautiful castle that I can't take my eyes off of, a church that I can't take my eyes off of. It is located in the center of the castle grounds. There's large gardens, cascading gardens on one side. If you were to walk around the castle, you would probably want to give yourself a minimum of 3 to 4 hours to experience just the highlights of the castle. The cathedral here in the center that we're looking at, its main tower is 337 foot high. Its front tower is 269 feet high, and the arch height is 109 feet. So very, very large, very beautiful. The castle here in Prague is very popular, not only because of its very precious Christian relics, historical documents inside, the art treasures. Such an incredible place. And fun fact, Mozart actually lived in Prague. Very cool, huh? And you know I love food, so let's talk food. 10 of the foods to try when you're visiting Prague. Well, they're big about pork knuckle. They also brag on their roast duck. They have the bread dumplings, potato pancakes, fried cheese. They can make an entire meal of fried cheese. The pizza I had here, I had ham on it. It was very delightful. The crust, the pizza crust, absolutely incredible. You would really think the crust came from New York City, but hey, don't tell people you heard that from me. Goulash is like a very meaty, beefy stew. That is very good. They do have open sandwiches here, so don't expect a normal sandwich. Most sandwiches are open sandwiches. Dumplings and potato available most everywhere here. The average meal, or I should say you can get a very decent meal for about $10 US equivalent. They also have great soups here. The water in Prague is safe to drink. It is clean. It's quality tap water. So here in the Czech Republic, don't worry about anything with the water. The water is good to drink. Also, unlike other parts of Europe, tipping is expected in the Czech Republic. So do make sure that you tip at least 10%. 15% is a good amount. They don't expect the 20%, which we tend to expect here in the U.S., but 10 to 15% is good. Also, when you're looking at public restrooms, they are free in all of the different hotels, restaurants, regular shopping centers, but they are not out on the street. So make sure you're equipped with coins, either €1 coin or translate it into their currency. That way you're always prepared if you need to pay for the toilet. And as far as the way people dress as a tourist, jeans and very nice t-shirts are very popular. Black denim, I saw others wearing the black denim pants like I usually wear, or wearing the dark blue jeans. You don't see very many light blue jeans. If you're looking to exchange your currency, be very, very careful because money is often counterfeit. So be very, very careful about how you exchange your money. Make sure you go to a true currency exchange, which your valet or person at your hotel can let you know, or go to a bank and walk up to a teller. Be careful of these currency exchanges because there is a lot of counterfeit money going around in the Czech Republic. If you're looking at shopping, Germany is probably your place to go shopping for clothes. Clothes seem to be a little bit higher priced in Prague than I had expected, and not too different than you would find in a lot of other big cities. Believe it or not, it was just in 1992, December 31st, 1992, when the Czech Republic and the Slavic Federal Republic ceased to exist, and they became two new states, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Actually, the Czech Republic was just freed from communism in 1989. So soon, not so long ago, just amazing. So just imagine the history these walls have seen. Different princes, different regimes, different kings. Amazing history, amazing architecture. Another thing that Prague is proud of is their Pilsner. If you haven't tried a Pilsner, they will ask you why not. Another thing is two of the top breweries around are actually Budweiser. Budweiser Budvar. There's also I'm going to say it wrong, Staropramen beer that you have to check out when you're in Prague. Also in Prague, when you receive a beer, do not be upset, do not be surprised when you see that the head of the beer is not poured off, but the head of the beer is left on it, so you only have about 2/3 of a glass of beer instead of a full glass of beer like we usually experience. They leave the head on it. And if you haven't stopped and enjoyed a good mulled wine, you just don't know what you're missing. So my friends, sit back, enjoy my video, and just remember, as you're looking at the outsides of the castle gate, that this place goes way back in history, has stood for hundreds of years through many, many, many kings, dictators, communism, and democracy. And hopefully it'll stand for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more years to come. enjoy the beauty of the city because this next view is breathtaking. So let's walk over to the edge and take a look at our beautiful snowy city all around us. I did not make that snowman, but is this not the most adorable thing? And if we take a look down further, this is an amazing view, an amazing street. So beautiful with the spires. Love it. take an enjoyable stroll, sit down, grab some incredible food. They have such unique street food here. And just pull up a table, grab a cappuccino and something to eat, and people watch. And even their art, their stores, their colored pencils. Look at this. I love this. Absolutely amazing things to see in Prague. And eye candy everywhere. Look at this architecture. Who would today create eagles like this, doors like this? Look at that design. Look at these windows. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. Oh, and I'm brought back to the gingerbread cookies. The gingerbread cookies here in Prague are also incredible. And unlike just over the border in Germany, they do have ginger in them. Very, very yummy. Very, very affordable. Look at this. Oh, gotta get me one. I love the tops of the buildings. I love the lamp posts. They're electricity nowadays, but why take them out? They're gorgeous. Look at this. And you couldn't get even pretty with the cars, with the snow on top of the cars. The different textures, styles, colors of the buildings. The streets aren't flat, they're sloped. And I know, just like all big cities, the streets and the driving, a lot of one-way streets, a lot of competition with the parked cars to navigate the streets. And also the cobblestones. The windows. Every single place is so inviting. And the window shopping. The jewelry, the statues. Look, look, look. These are adorable. Also in Prague, one of the big things that they do is glassworks. There's several different companies in the Czech Republic that does glass. So you'll see a lot of different glasswares, glass statues, glass for all reasons. So we're on Charles Bridge right now. Charles Bridge has a lot of statues. It's made even more beautiful with the snow. Look how picturesque this is. Even the tree branches are gorgeous. But again, we're on Charles Bridge, and it is one of the oldest bridges. It is a pedestrian bridge. Charles Bridge was actually started way back in 1357, and it was finished in the early 15th century, in the 1400s. So it took almost 100 years, and it's absolutely gorgeous views from the bridge. It does cross over the Vltava river. That's Vltava river. And the Charles Bridge was the connection between the Prague castle and the city's old town and adjacent area, so very important there. It's 1,600 feet long, nearly 33 feet wide. Has 16 different arches shielded by ice guards. It was protected by 3 bridge towers and just stunning views. Look how picturesque this is. The sun, the sky, the clouds, they couldn't cooperate better. More statues. There are 30 different statues on the bridge. Most of them were created in the 1600s and 1700s, and they depict various different saints. That is so neat with the water. Beautiful play yard down there. Look at those kids. They look just perfect. And my pigeons. So beautiful. Well, I hope you definitely understand that coming to Prague, visiting Prague, putting Prague in your plans for your next vacation makes perfect sense. It's a safe country. It's a European country. Prague is the main city of the Czech Republic. They believe in tourism. Tourism is one of their biggest parts of their economy. They're very friendly. They understand if they're not fluent in English, they definitely understand English. It's easy to exchange US dollars or the euro here. Most of the tourist areas, even the restaurants, accept the euros. And of course, everybody accepts the credit card. So easy to navigate. And again, just ultimate beauty, art. If you're an art student, if you're an art major, this is got to be on your vacation list. And if you want to paint, if you want to see something beautiful, just look at this. Absolutely inspiring. I'm inspired. I hope you're inspired. So thanks again for joining me on my tour of Prague. And please subscribe now, where Wendy travels, where Wendy creates. See you again real soon, my friends. Have a great day.